What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm using an Exeggutor team created by MrCurtastic. Exeggutor is kinda crazy because it has Chlorophyll and it's a psychic type with expanding force and a good special attack. So you can get faster than even Calyrex and start throwing out massive expanding forces as long as you have Psychic Surge and the Sun up. To get both of those up, we have Indeedee, of course, just a good support mon, and a Choice Scarf Terrifier Co-Rhydon with Outrage too. That's pretty cool. The rest of this team, to round it out, we've got Calyrex, another expanding force user. We've got Incineroar with Assault Vest Tera Bug U-Turn. I don't know if Tera Bug is really great for boosting U-Turn damage, but it's pretty good defensive Tera for Incineroar. And then finally Sneasler. I don't know if I'm going to use Sneasler too much here. I'm going to be leaning into Exeggutor as much as I can, but maybe it can come out and do something. It's got Toxic Spikes, it's got Psychic Seed Unburden to pair with Indeedee. But overall, I think Exeggutor is a really powerful mon, and I'm ready to showcase it. Okay, Miraidon Ho-Oh. Iron Treads, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, so much iron. Indeedee's gonna go crazy. Oh, and they have a Farigiraf, so priority's not that great. Cool. I think Indeedee's a must. Calyrex-Shadow is quite strong here. Main problem would be Farigiraf, maybe Bundle. I like Calyrex. I like Indeedee. Do I like both on lead? I don't hate both on lead. I guess popping it in could be good, but then Calyrex is a little unprotected. Definitely bringing Exeggutor. Don't know if Co-Rhydon's the play. Yeah, Co-Rhydon could be good late game, especially with Outrage. So is it Indeedee, Exeggutor, Co-Rhydon? I think so, because I want the Sun for Chlorophyll. I don't think this is a Trick Room game. So I think I want to put Co-Rhydon in front, Indeedee, Exeggutor in the back. Yeah, the threat of Co-Rhydon will be what protects Calyrex rather than having Follow Me right away. Because I'm a little worried that they just put Miraidon in the back or Volt Switch out right away. The Bun! Oh, great trainer card. Fantastic trainer card. Bundle Miraidon. Okay. So since Bundle is faster than Co-Rhydon anyway, ooh, okay. Well, we know our Co-Rhydon's faster than their Miraidon, so they're not a Scarf Miraidon, most likely. But Bundle being faster than Co-Rhydon anyway, if it gets a speed boost here, yeah, there's no way Scarf would ever catch that. So I think the play is to Expanding Force go to Indeedee. The problem that could cause is if they are booster energy on Bundle, they'll get the speed boost back. And they'll be able to Icy Wind and potentially double into Calyrex. They may not double into Calyrex. They may not be booster energy. So I do have to take a risk here. Either way. They've got speed advantage, because if they Icy Wind, my Co-Rhydon's definitely going to be slower than their Miraidon, since we're such a slow set plus Scarf. Quark Drive wore off. Do you have booster energy? You do not. Free Expanding Force. How? Goodbye, Miraidon. Yeah, and it's Sash on Bundle. Okay, good start. Very good start. We took terrain control permanently. Whew. And then I do expect an Icy Wind here, most likely. Could put us in position to click Trick Room, maybe. I don't know, the rest of their team's kind of slow. Like, Ho-Oh, it depends on its speed investment, whether it's faster or slower than us now. Yeah, here's Ho-Oh. Okay. I think it's just click Expanding Force again. Follow Me. They're not going to knock out Indeedee. The only spread move they would reasonably have is the Icy Wind, which doesn't do too much. So with the second Icy Wind, Ho-Oh will definitely be faster. Bundle just protects. Alright, we'll actually get to see the speed tier here, which is interesting. We are still faster than Ho-Oh at -1. Cool. If they knock out our Indeedee, then they can go for the play of Ice. Oh, they don't knock out Indeedee. That's probably Icy Wind range, though. Maybe it's just protect Calyrex. Let Indeedee go down if they want to take it. Yeah, I think that's the play. Because if Indeedee goes down, we get into Exeggutor, and Exeggutor can sweep here. Here's Icy Wind. Yeah, in worst case scenario, they double into Calyrex, and Icy Wind misses Indeedee, which in case we take out the bundle, and then we know we're faster than the Ho-Oh. Cool. Alright, Exeggutor, time to shine. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's also make sure you're actually faster than an Iron Bundle. 117 times 2, that'll be way more than enough. Cool. Expanding Force should get the double KO, unless they swap in Treads or Farigirab. So I'll just back it up with a second Expanding Force. Alright, Exeggutor, and yeah, I'm just clicking the Tera button. I don't really need to, I just think it's funny to do as much damage as possible with this egg right here, right now. Come on, Eggy, double KO time. Boom, boom. Alright, so I could have Calm Minded here, but I wanted to cover for something switching in defensive. Because Treads or Farigiraf could have taken that pretty easily. Two of them would have been a lot harder. And their last mon is Iron Treads. Do you have a booster energy? Because that could be faster than Exeggutor. You do not. Okay. But you are faster than Calyrex. Last turn of Sun, last turn of Terrain. I will protect Calyrex. Nah. I'll Astral Barrage. Expanding Force. Battle's canceled. I wanted to see what the resisted Expanding Force would do. Anyway, good game to my opponent. Great trainer card. Okay, Shadow Rider Groudon. Well, we agree on the weather at least. They've got Fluttermane, which is kinda scary. Smeargle, which is always scary. Indeedee, which maybe they have Expanding Force of their own, and Landorus. I don't know if I really get Landorus on this team. You already have Groudon. Okay. Incineroar, great. Fantastic. Except for the Landorus. Egbert, absolutely fantastic. Outspeeds everything but Fluttermane. Koraidon Tera Fire is kind of scary in the face of Fluttermane, since they will be faster even than our Scarf. They could do like Icy Wind Precipice Blades, or just a fairy move. Calyrex might be fine. Not too worried about speed ties because we're Dark Tera. But I am very worried about Fluttermane. Wonder if it's Calyrex, Incin, Egg, Koraidon? Don't even bring Indeedee? Indeedee doesn't seem to have much value here. It's not the worst, like, redirection's fine. But a lot of their main sweepers have spread moves. And clicking Expanding Force from my end doesn't seem too powerful. Sneasler doesn't really give me much value here either. I think these are the right four. Not a clue if it's in the right order. But I'm going to lock in this order. Faking out turn 1 is a little scary when they could have Indeedee of their own. Since I think Indeedee on their end provides a lot more value than it does on my end. No trainer card, so I don't know if they'll even make good plays. Or they're just taking this game way too seriously and are gonna whoop me. Indeedee and Fluttermane right from the start. Okay. No booster energy on the Fluttermane. Wonder if they have Shadow Ball. Would they go for a fairy move here? Is there any chance Groudon's coming in? I think I protect Cali. But I want to U-turn. No, not really. Biggest threat is Fluttermane. The Indeedee did not have a Psychic Seed. I'm gonna protect Cali and knock off toward their Fluttermane. I think there's a good chance it gets redirected. Tera from their end is surprising. Are they normal Tera Fluttermane? That's really funny. That's really, really funny. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for Astral Barrage. That's not a super rare thing either. They probably don't know I have Expanding Force though. Follow me from Indeedee. Alright, I'm not going to break your Sash. Fine. It's likely you have Shadow Ball. Were you Rocky Helmet? Safety Goggles. Cool. No damage. A Trick Room. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I want to click Expanding Force. But I'm really scared of what they might do with Fluttermane. Probably Shadow Ball, right? Might not have Shadow Ball. I'm gonna get out to Exeggutor. Go for another knockoff onto Fluttermane. Since I should be able to get that off or take their Indeedee. Exeggutor will take any one hit and be pretty decent in Trick Room unless they set Sun up. It was Dazzling Gleam. Okay, they do not have Shadow Ball. Power Bracer. And they knocked out their own Indeedee. Okay. What a play. If it's Groudon, that's a little scary. Because that would double my speed. Yeah. So Exeggutor is no longer moving before Fluttermane. But your Photosynthesis is probably going to be special attack. Yeah. Ooh, boy. That's terrifying. Well, I can take out Fluttermane. Just have to deal with what Groudon does. I think I want to undo Trick Room with Exeggutor if I'm allowed to. And then presumably Precipice Blades. Exeggutor might live that. Incineroar definitely will with Tera Bug. And take out the Fluttermane. Because I guess Groudon could be super slow, maybe even slower than Incineroar. You're allowed to have multiple power items on a team, since there are 6 of them plus Iron Ball. So your whole team could be items that have your speed. Eruption! Oh no! Eruption Trick Room Groudon! Is there a chance you're choiced into that? Oh no! What is happening? Alright, Koraidon can take a hit from Eruption. What's your last mon? It's the Calyrex. That's so bad. I can get out of Trick Room by the time my Calyrex comes in. Sash was probably on Smeargle, not Calyrex. They Tera, they did Tera. Alright, I think I just gotta throw moves at this Calyrex. Which protected. They Earth Power Koraidon. Alright, they're not Choice Groudon. Psychic Terrain's about to end. I need to hit both, kind of, to get Astral Barrage to work. I think I just throw two... knock off Flare Blitz still. I think that's what I need to do. Rock Slide. Yeah, and then whatever Calyrex is going to do is going to go before Koraidon, but they don't know that yet. Rock Slide, Earth Power, Eruption. So as long as they're not Sash Calyrex, I could win a speed tie. And oh my goodness. The Eruption Groudon. If I had just not Tera bugged. It might just be Sash. I would think the Smeargle's the Sash, but it could be them. Then I would just have to win a speed tie and not get one shot by Groudon. Sun almost over? No, 2 turns. Alright, what's my speed? Max? Alright, here we go. Astral Barrage. Win the speed tie, don't be Sash. No, don't win. No, I win this speed. Oh. Ooh. Ouch. Trick Room Eruption Groudon. That is so crazy. And they were max speed Calyrex-Shadow too. They clicked fast. Probably our Sash. Good game. Alright, Zacian Kyogre, aka Swordfish. Chenpao, Urshifu, Tornadus, and Amoonguss. Koraidon doesn't like to see rain. Don't like to see rain. Trick Room Expanding Force seems nice. Calyrex is pretty good, except that's almost definitely Scarf Ursh. Water Scarf Ursh, which is kind of scary. Though I guess we have Sun to potentially weaken that, and Indeedee is Tera Grass? Yes, it is. Okay, Indeedee's solid here. Indeedee is quite solid. I might just go Indeedee Expanding Force user. Calyrex or Egbert? On start, it might be Egbert, because Tailwind Water Spout could be an issue. But then that wouldn't be an issue if I brought in Koraidon. But I'm going to bring Koraidon anyway. Question is whether Clawweasel gives me enough value here to bring over Calyrex. Probably not. Calyrex is faster than Zacian. If this game goes long enough that Tailwind wears out, that could be useful. Can also do some insane damage to most of their team. Can definitely take a hit if I put the Sun up. And the Chenpao is a little less scary when you can't Sucker Punch in terrain. You don't really have much terrain control other than your Ice Spinner. Dog Bun! Dog Bun! Gotta love a Dog Bun. Urshifu Zacian. Okay. Want some Rocky Helmet damage? Here, have some Rocky Helmet damage. Do I want to just throw Expanding Force right here, right now? I kinda do. As far as Tera goes, Dark and Fire in the bat. I don't think... Fire won't be awful in some scenarios. Dark isn't very useful. Unless we're getting Sucker Punched. I think I can just follow the Expanding Force. I don't think the Tera here gives me enough value yet. I could also go for just click Trick Room here, but I have too much fast Pokemon in the back. They are in fact Scarf Urshifu. Good to know. Very good to know. Here, take a big chunk of health for that. Because if Zacian moved first, they wouldn't have to hit me 3 times with Urshifu. But it doesn't matter, I'm knocking out the Urshifu anyway. And Behemoth Blade. Take some chip there as well. Indeedee, you're putting in a lot of work. Maybe I should have gone for Tera just to do more damage to Zacian. So I think the play now is probably Calyrex to force them... We already saw their Scarf, they're not Scarf Kyogre. Force them to go into Tornadus and set Tailwind. Shenpao. Alright. Both faster than that. That's quite a play. I think I just Astral Barrage and Energy Ball to Shenpao. No, I'm only faster in the sun. I need to... Astral Barrage will probably take out Zacian. Maybe. And if it does, Exeggutor doesn't have to take 2 hits. This might be the best case for Dark Tera now, in case they have, like, Crunch. Yeah. I was thinking I was already in the sun. They definitely have Kyogre last, no Tornadus, which is interesting. Now, if Zacian can eat this hit from Life Orb Calyrex at where it's already at, which I don't know. Sucker Punch! Did you forget? Ooh, they forgot Terrain. Oh no. Zacian goes down. Looks like Shenpao is going to be in Energy Ball range. Oh, that's beautiful. Exeggutor with its second KO of the game. Let's go. And then if it is Kyogre, is Expanding Force or Energy Ball stronger? Energy Ball, they're both Sab. Energy Ball is 90 times 2, 180. Expanding Force is 120 plus Terrain Boost. That's less than 180. Okay, so Energy Ball is stronger. I'll click Expanding Force with this guy. And Energy Ball will finish off the Kyogre. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll Tera into something that can take an Expanding Force. Tera Grass. Okay, they want to take the Energy Ball better. I guess I could have Expanding Force with that, but like, I think the risk of them being like Dark Tera is worse. Because I'm still going to do probably a knockout with this. Nope, they're Assault Vest. That felt like Assault Vest damage to me. They don't even take out Calyrex. Yeah, they are very defensive. Alright, if they allow it, I'm going to take the KO with Exeggutor. I'm going to send in the Sun and Expanding Force, but they most likely forfeit here. Yeah, they forfeit. Good game. Good job, Exeggutor. That would have been 3 KOs for the egg. And we got a Bun Trainer card. Love it. Alright, we've got Shadow Rider Zamazenta with their own Indeedee, Roaring Moon, Urshifu, and Amoonguss. Alright, the main problem with Expanding Force is that Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is very annoying for most of my team, but Scarf Koraidon likes to see... it might not be faster than Roaring Moon depending on their speed investment. This is a very slow Koraidon. But Incineroar does well there as well. I'm going to bring Egbert because his name is Egbert for some reason. I love it. Koraidon with... I don't want to get a Moongust. Cali doesn't seem like it's very good on lead. I don't know if at all. Could bring my own Indeedee. Egbert. Incin in the back? Just to swap in? Because I might need Tera for Incin versus the Zama. But Tera Bug Incin is pretty good against Zama Cali. I'm going to put him in the front. Incin, Indeedee, Egbert. 5 seconds to go. We're good. We're good. We got this. Yeah, I'm not bringing Calyrex-Shadow at all. I don't know if I'm going to be punished for that. But really, it's just another Expanding Force user. I already have Exeggutor. Exeggutor is probably better. Cool trainer card. One of those spikes. For Tinglu, I think that one was? I don't know. Roaring Moon Calyrex. Alright, ability activation order won't be super important because the booster energy goes after abilities anyway, right? So I set the sun, then it gets the speed boost. So I don't know if I'm faster than Moon at all. But I get the Intimidate on Moon, which is very nice. I think I will just rip Close Combat into Roaring Moon. I could fake out Moon. They have Indeedee. I don't want to fake out. I think I'll Close Combat the Moon and knock off Calyrex to start. Just see if they Tera or protect anything. Alright, they protect Moon. And Cali. Okay. They just want to get rid of the fake out turn. That is fine. This may be a case now where I need to Tera, or even swap out my Koraidon. I don't think I mind swapping in Indeedee for Koraidon. I'm worried that they're going to Tera, and I'm locked into close combat here. They could Tera the Moon, they could Tera Cali. Basically, if I get this out to Indeedee, Incineroar is pretty safe. I will just go for a knockoff on Calyrex. I think Calyrex is pretty likely to Tera even more than Moon, but I want to keep the pressure up on that, because that's the scary mon. A -1 Roaring Moon's not that scary, honestly. Yeah, Calyrex is swapping. Okay, so I can catch something else with a knockoff. It might be Zamazenta, though. It just is. Okay. U-turn would have been nice here. And they Tera the Moon. Cool! No Tera for your Calyrex later. It's very nice to see. Flying Tera. And just Tailwind. Fine. Fine, you were going to be faster anyway. In fact, I could Trick Room if I wanted. Do I want to? I could Trick Room and go into, like, Exeggutor. Under Tailwind, they'll be faster. Yeah, I like that play. Probably a Body Press coming into Instant slot anyway. Exeggutor can take that. And we have Sash. Very much doubt that they would double that slot. And I need to save Incineroar for the Cali later. Ooh, they knock off the Instant slot. They did double! Oh no! Well, there goes Exeggutor. Alright, Koraidon, your turn. I may be Scarfed, but this, as long as Tailwind's up, they're still faster. For another 2 turns. Maybe Helping Hand Flare Blitz into Zama? That's the play I want to go with. They could protect their Zamazenta here and just try to get some damage with their Roaring Moon. Also stall out their own Tailwind would be nice for them. It could even be a double protect. I don't see why they would protect the Moon in this position. Here's Helping Hand. That goes before Protect anyway. Ah, they do just protect Zama. Did you also protect Moon? Good. I'm cool with that. Now, who swaps in on a Flare Blitz? Most likely they're... No, they don't really have much. They can swap in on that. Last turn of their Tailwind. So I actually think I want to reverse Trick Room here. Then I know I'm still going to be moving before Moon. I'll double into Zama with Flare Blitz Alluring Voice. Then if they have like Water Urshifu and go into that combo should be able to knock it out. Just an Indeedee, okay. Here, have a Flare Blitz, Indeedee. I'm gonna take a ton of recoil. A critical hit was not necessary there. He was aiming to crit at the Zamazenta. Yeah, Rocky Helmet, plus recoil, plus whatever this thing's gonna do. It's gonna knock off my Indeedee. Okay. Could have been pretty interesting if you had knocked off my Scarf. Your Photosynthesis wears out, but you get your booster. Okay. Tailwind is gone. Zamazenta's still a big threat, though. Turns of Trick Room remain. Don't want to swap in Incin. I think I need to follow me and just keep throwing Flare Blitz at Zamazenta. Even without the Sun, now that it's lost its defense boost, maybe this will be enough. The Zamazenta will move before Koraidon, so I need to follow me away a Body Press if they go for that. Moon swapping makes sense. Follow me. No protect from Zama is cool. And Body Press. Indeedee goes down. Fine. I think Psychic Terrain's about to end soon. Should be able to have a Fake Out turn later. Their Roaring Moon no longer has their speed boost unless I set the Sun up. Weirdness is gone. Last turn of Trick Room. Okay, so this is a little bit awkward. I can Fake Out. Koraidon's the fastest thing on the field, but anything can knock out Koraidon here. If they just double protect, I win. because then I can knock out Zamazenta faster than they can do anything. Incineroar, I might not be able to beat the moon. I really can't afford Calyrex to attack, so I need to knock off and Flare Blitz. Okay, Zama Protect, that's good to see. Cali Protect, cool with me. Cool. Seems like after all this time, they might not know. The problem is, how do I beat Roaring Moon? Depends on their moves. They must have Acrobatics. I think Acrobatics beats Incin because we can't get an Intimidate on it. I'm going to knock off Calyrex and Flare Blitz Zama. I'm going to get the Flare Blitz into Zama. Take that out. Then they probably click Astral Barrage, take out Koraidon. If there's Sash, they get to hit again and we definitely lose. Yeah, here's Astral. If they're not Sash, there may be a chance. But if they're just Focus Sash, they get to hit again and hit with Roaring Moon, which I should have taken out earlier, I guess. Oh, they didn't take any recoil from Life Orb. Yeah, they are Focus Sash. No shot. No shot here. Oh, no. They doubled in when I brought in my Exeggutor. That was the big problem there. Exeggutor could have cleaned this matchup. Alright, so I need to... crit Flare Blitz into Roaring Moon? Well, I'm locked into knockoff. That won't do much to Roaring Moon because it has no item. This Acrobatics might be a 2-shot. No Intimidate down. Oh, it'll be close. Knockoff isn't even close. Alright, we out of here. Good game to my opponent. Sorry Exeggutor didn't do anything there. Oh, should I have sacrificed Koraidon to get it in? I don't know. Cool trainer card though. And we are back. We had some wild matches today, and 2 Darkmon trainer cards, which is awesome. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.